When you are dealing with motor protection, you really do not want to be guessing whether your gear is going to hold up when things get heated. That is where this Siemens S2 size unit comes into play. It is one of those pieces of hardware that feels like it was built to survive a decade in a dusty, vibrating panel without breaking a sweat. Holding it, you notice the weight immediately. It has that dense, industrial-grade plastic feel that tells you it is not just some cheap throwaway component. It is rated for 22 to 32 amps, which covers a pretty solid range for most standard motor setups, and the Class 10A trip characteristic is exactly what you want for reliable, everyday protection. What stands out, though, is the terminal design. Sometimes these things can be a real headache to wire up, but the screw terminals here are actually quite generous. You can get a solid grip on your conductors without feeling like you are going to strip the threads or snap the plastic housing, which is a small detail that makes a massive difference when you are working in a cramped cabinet. Now, it is a single-pole setup, so keep that in mind depending on your specific phase requirements, but for general-purpose motor control, it is incredibly straightforward. The mounting is just as simple, using a standard screw mount configuration that keeps everything locked down tight. Honestly, the biggest limitation here is just the sheer size of the S2 frame. It is not exactly compact, so if you are working in a panel where space is at a premium, you are going to want to double-check your clearances before you commit to this one. It is a bit of a beast, but that bulk is clearly there for a reason. It is not trying to be flashy or reinvent the wheel. It is just doing the job it was designed for with a level of consistency that is getting harder to find these days. If you are looking for something that you can install, set, and basically forget about because you know it is going to trip exactly when it is supposed to, this is a pretty solid bet. It is not the cheapest option on the shelf, but for the peace of mind you get knowing your motor is actually protected, it is hard to argue with the engineering behind it. It is just a reliable, no-nonsense workhorse that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.